welcome back to my channel, I guess. It's time for part 2 of this series on Icelandic pools, lagoons, spas, hot springs, geothermal experiences, the ones aimed at tourists that I haven't got a good collective noun for. You know the ones, the expensive ones, the good ones. Well, no, they're all good. I highly recommend you go to a local swimming pool. Generally you get an outdoor swimming pool, you get a hot tub or two, and all for the price of a normal boring swimming pool right here in the UK. So yeah, definitely go to a local swimming pool, but this series is on the subject of the expensive ones. And today we are going to Myvatn Nature Baths, which is up in the northeast. My brownies don't know their lefts and rights. They always have to hold up their fingers and go L for left. Whenever I talk about east and west, I don't physically do it, but please mentally picture me mentally picturing a compass. Northeast. Myvatn Nature Baths opened in 2004. It's taken all the good things about the Blue Lagoon. It is also fed by wastewater from the local power station. The water is also bluey, whitey, milky, hot, velvety, wonderful. It's a great big open lagoon. The view is somewhat different and the experience is somewhat different. It's smaller, it's wilder, it feels, if any of these can feel authentic, it feels a little more authentic. Let's talk about it though. Let's go through the points and see how well it really does. So first of all, how do you get there? You do kind of need a car for this one. It's just outside the village on the edge of Myvatn, the main village. You can walk up, but I think it doesn't feel like it when you're driving, but I think it's something like 4 kilometres up and 4 kilometres back, and that's walkable in summer, but you're probably not going to. As always, you can visit this one on a tour. You can visit them all on a tour, so it's kind of redundant me saying that. It's not on public transport, not accessible by public transport, so it gets 0 points for that. I don't know if it has private showers or not. I remember a cubicle, but I think it's a toilet rather than a shower. But I'm giving it the benefit of doubt and saying it does have private showers because I can't see anyone complaining that it doesn't. And I know some of the others don't, and I've seen it in reviews that they don't, so we're going to give this one the benefit of the doubt. I was only there this summer and I didn't know I was going to make this series, so I didn't look that closely at details like that, which is very stupid of me. Right, first bundle, let's go through the facilities. So this one is swimmable. It's a lagoon, just like the Blue Lagoon. You can swim in it. Again, you're not going to be swimming lengths, you're not going to be training for your Olympics, but you can swim in it, so a point for that. This one does get a point for a hot tub. It's a sort of concrete trough. You just sit on the bottom of it, but it makes a really nice break between the changing rooms and the pool because it's a little bit of a distance. At the Blue Lagoon you can wade out using the inside door, but it's a bit of a run down, and when it's cold I always want to stop in the hot pot on the way before I go into the lagoon, so point for a hot pot. It doesn't have a sauna, but it does have a steam room. I've never actually been in it, but I know it's there, so point for that. And it does have a waterfall. It takes the form of an overgrown tap, but I'm going to give it to it because you can still stand underneath it and have your shoulder massage, so point for that. And extras, not that I can think of, doesn't have any extras, so just the 4 points for the facilities. Then we have the in-water experience, and first up I'm giving it half a point for drinks. So you can prepay a wristband, which if you've got the wristband you can get drinks delivered to you in the water, but you have to know that you're going to want drinks beforehand and you need to know how many you're paying for. I think I've not done it again, but that is one option. There is now an in-water bar, but as far as I can see you need to go up all the way to the changing rooms, get your wallet, come all the way down, take the wallet in the water. So it's not an ideal solution, but it is there. You can have drinks delivered to you, you can buy drinks, so half a point because yes, there are in-water drinks. Second, there's no fun extras. I think I forgot to mention that on the Blue Lagoon. Fun extras counts as one of your in-water experiences. This is not present at the Myvatn Nature Baths. It doesn't have free towels, but you can hire towels, so a point for hireable towels means you don't need to take your own with you. And also hireable robes. This is one where I might recommend a robe because it is a bit of a trek from the changing rooms to the lagoon. I say a trek, it's going to be over in 30 seconds, but sometimes when it's cold you might want to cover up while you're doing that 30 seconds. And last, the view, and I'm giving this a solid 3 out of 3. It is on the side of an active volcano. It's orange streaked. You can look across over there to the volcanoes over there to the great big massive black crater, down to the lake and across the lake to the mountain on the other side. It's a magnificent view. It's just Is it the best view of the lot? It's certainly up there. It certainly gets 3 out of 3 for the view. So I think that comes to 5.5 points for the in-water experience. And then we get to my review, my vibes. What do I think of it? I'm giving it 3 out of 3 because I'm very fond of the nature baths. I think it takes a lot of what the Blue Lagoon does well, but it gives it a better view. It's smaller, it's quieter, it's less touristy, it's also cheaper. So 3 points for what I think of it, and then let's get on to the price. The price is 6,490 krona for a sort of basic general adult no frills admission, and the important bit, that comes to somewhere around £39, so it is well under half the price of the Blue Lagoon. So that is excellent, but in the scale of -5 up to 2 points, it's still losing a point. It's still -1 point for the price. So total points, how does this one score? Public transport 0, private showers 1, facilities 4, in-water experience 5.5, my thoughts and opinion 3, and price -1 comes to 12.5 points in total. How does that compare to what we've done previously? Well, the Blue Lagoon last week scored 9.5 points. And am I surprised? Am I not surprised? I'm not surprised because I prefer the nature baths. I think it does improve on the Blue Lagoon in some ways, as I've literally just said. But the Blue Lagoon is the big one. The Blue Lagoon is the quintessential Icelandic hot spring, so it should theoretically score highest, but I guess it's missing certain things. The price knocks it down a long way. I think if we were just comparing facilities, Blue Lagoon would be a lot higher. Obviously it's a lot higher, it's lost 5 points for the price. But so yeah, at the moment we've got the nature baths up at 12.5 points, Blue Lagoon down at 9.5 points, 8 more pools and lagoons and spas and hot springs to come. We'll see how they fit in on that scale. So where are we next week? Next week we are on the Golden Circle at Lagoon Fontana. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.